Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I'm Diego, okay? And it's time for some more Sex in the City. That's right. Sex in the City, that wonderful show from the late 90s and the early 2000s. But we're not there anymore. We're in the movies now, okay? I already reviewed the last movie, Sex in the City Part 1. And now, officially, I am reviewing Sex in the City, the movie, Part 2, the sequel, which came out 2 years after the last movie came out. Okay, this is back when Sex and the City was still semi-good. It still had a good reputation. It doesn't anymore. It doesn't anymore. But back then, it still had kind of a good reputation. Okay, the Sex and the City movie, the original one from 2008. Okay, that one did very well at the box office. It made a lot of money. So people liked it. They wanted to see the women again. So I said, well, of course, the sequel, they have to do a sequel. Of course, I mean, the last one made so much money, right? Everyone missed these girls. You got to remember when Sex and the City got canceled in 2004, immediately was sprang up was fucking Desperate Housewives, okay? And I tried watching some of that bullshit. Again, same reason as the reason I watched Sex and the City, because all the girls were talking about it. But it got fucking crazy, that was just fucking like murdering people and shit. And just like, come on, I was just like, this is dumb. Okay, you got the mom being raised by her teenage daughter. I mean, this is just a bunch of bullshit. You got the Latina wife who's cheating on her husband with a young hot guy, and everyone's like giving her high fives over it, like it's like a cool thing to do, you know. And of course, the husband is completely unaware of it. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is fucking stupid. I can't watch that shit. Okay, and then you got the fucking housewife who's fucking paying college administrators to get her fucking her children snuck into school. I mean, into universities. I mean, that's fucking bull. Oh wait, but that happened in real life. Felicity Huffman. Yeah, you got busted. You got busted. Anyway, we're not talking about Desperate Housewives. We're talking about Sex and the City, right? So yeah, Desperate Housewives came to do it, and it just wasn't as good. I quit watching that piece of shit. I didn't even get to the fucking Nicolette Sheridan episodes or whatever. I don't give two fucks about them. I do like Terry Hatcher. I thought she was sexy as hell back then. I still do, kind of. She still looks kind of good. But yeah, because I remember her from Lois and Clark, the Further Adventures of Superman. Not Superman and Lois, which is the cool show right now. Okay, anyway, so let's move on here. Okay, so it's the Sex in the City, right? Now, I've already finished reviewing the first movie, okay? It ended pretty well. Big and Carrie finally got married. Okay, Charlotte and Harry had a kid now, a biological kid. They got I ain't gonna do it. Rose. They got Rose, who will soon be known as Rock. Later on, will be known as Rock. Okay, yeah, that bitch, that non-binary piece of shit. Anyway, we're not talking about her though, right? Not yet. We will though. Okay, and then what happened to Miranda? Yeah, Miranda and Steve got back together because he admitted to cheating on her, which he never fucking should have done. But anyway, so I guess they're happy together. They're raising Brady now. They're gonna keep Magda on, whatever. Okay, so there's that, and then Samantha breaks up with Smith Jared, who was basically her lifeline. Honestly, I mean, this guy was way above her. Maybe he wasn't in the beginning. He was just a fucking an out of work actor who worked at a restaurant. But now he's an established fucking TV star, and he does movies too. And he's very famous. He's on the cover of all these magazines. So obviously, he's like the leading man in whatever TV show he's on. And he's paying her back because she's his manager, and then she fucking let that go. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot, Samantha. This was like your last chance. Okay, this was your last fucking chance. She's always talking about how she wants to feel young again because she's fucking 50 years old. Okay, well, if you want to feel young again, you date a young hot guy. Okay, that's what you do. Okay, you gave that up. Okay. If this guy was supposedly he was in love with the fucking money, is what he was in love with. He was in love with your fucking access. He was in love with what you did for his career. He didn't love you. And I'm sticking to that story. I know the movie didn't tell you that, but I'm telling you that. That's what realistically how this would have went down. But anyway, so fuck it, right? So all that happened, okay? And now we move on to the sequel, okay? So the sequel begins, okay, we are in New York again, of course, in New York, and we got some more fucking R&B music. Now, during the opening credits, why do we have R&B music? This is Sex in the City. The last time I checked, there were no R&B or there were no black people in the cast. Okay, so why are they why are they playing R&B music? Okay, it's Jay-Z. They're playing fucking Jay-Z. Has Jay-Z ever fucking did a cameo in Sex and the City? No. Has Beyonce ever done a cameo in Sex and the City? No. Okay, so why are they fucking playing? Well, they're playing R&B music because they're trying to get to a higher demographic. They're trying to get the young people to watch the show about a bunch of fucking 40-something and 50-something-year-old women getting laid. Okay, yeah, that's not really your target audiences. I know they're trying to get the kids in there, the modern day kids, the teenage girls, the girls in the early 20s with disposable income, but that's not going to work because these women are in their late 40s and their 50s. I mean, do teenage girls, I mean, or do young women, do 20-year-old girls really want to watch a movie about their moms getting fucking getting plowed? You know, do they really want to see that? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of doubt it. I don't think so. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to see that. I mean, unless it's porn, but this ain't porn. They're trying to be legitimate. Hey, if it was illegitimate like porn, fuck yeah, I'll watch it. But if it's like this, they're trying to make it about relationship. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, okay? It's about No Sex in the City, okay? That's what the show's called now. No Sex in the City, okay? They're married. They're all too old, okay? They're all married. They're not having sex anymore, really, okay? Except for Samantha, and that's just bullshit. That's just a fucking that's a fucking some 50-year-old fucking woman, some fucking producer in Hollywood, writer, was smoking crack one day and said, "Oh wow, I can still get guys." You know, well, when she's got the crack pipe in her mouth, she can still get guys. But you know, once she sobers up, no, she realizes she can't. But while she was fucking stoned out of her mind, she basically fantasized that she's Samantha Jones. Okay, and that's where that came from. Okay, so the movie starts off with the R&B opening. Okay, you got Jay-Z. It's called Empire State of Mind. Yeah, we've heard it before, you know, on the radio, whatever. Okay, and then Carrie starts off her introduction. Okay, just like she did on the show. Okay, and Carrie says that on 3 p.m. on Tuesday, June 11th of 1986, that was the day that Carrie Bradshaw entered New York City for the very first time. And then they show a quick montage of her. Basically, it's fucking 42-year-old Carrie Bradshaw, or 43-year-old Carrie Bradshaw, but she's got a perm now and she's got 80s clothes on. But other than that, it's still a fucking 42-year-old, okay? Or 43. How fuck old is she? This is 2010 now. So this is 12 years. So this is 12 years after. Yeah. So the show came out in 98. In 98, she was 34. 44. So it'd be 46. Oh, 46. Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's 46. She's 46 years old. Yeah. That's going by I don't know how old she is in real life. That's going by just the TV show math. Okay? Because remember, she only had like 2 birthdays on the TV show, and she had 1 birthday in the movie. Oh, no, she didn't. She had no birthdays in the movie. Yeah, she had 2 birthdays in the TV show, but that TV show was 6 years long. So yeah. they do their own math, okay? All right, so that's going on here. We see her in her fucking 80s outfit, kind of like what she looked like when she was on Square Pegs, that TV show from the 80s that she was on. You got the perm and all that, you know, the neon colored clothes, you know. Hey, all the 80s weren't like, I was there in the 80s. It wasn't all neon and perms, okay? Yes, that was there, but there was other stuff there too, okay? We had jean jackets, we had Batman t-shirts, you know, we had other stuff too going on too. It wasn't just fucking perms and fucking neon clothes, all right? So that's going on here. And I looked at the guys that are walking behind her in the 1986 scene, okay? And the guys are clearly on their cell phones. I mean, one guy is on a Walkman, but nobody walked around with their Walkman in their hand, okay? They didn't do that in the 80s, okay? And another guy is clearly on his cell phone in 1986 because you can see him doing this, you know? And you don't do that to a fucking Walkman, okay? So that kind of gave it away right there. All right, if you look in the back, you'll see it, okay? So that's going on, okay? And back in the present, though, she's skinny as fuck. Like, she really needs to eat a cheeseburger. You know, I know she doesn't know how to cook, but she really needs to fucking eat. Okay, she really is skinny, like scary skinny, not sexy skinny, like scary skinny. That's where Sarah Jessica Parker is. Okay, obviously she fucking starved herself for this movie. You know, that's what I think. All right, but she's really, really skinny. Okay, and she's wearing this white summer dress that probably costs about $5,000. You know, and she's walking. She hails a cab. Okay. And the cab takes her to the golden diamond, and she's wearing these golden diamond stilettos. I don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe they fucking use special effects to color her shoes gold, but they look like gold diamonds. Yeah, her stilettos. Okay, so obviously she's wealthy. We get it. she's fucking wealthy, okay? The whole idea of Carrie Bradshaw being the everyday girl that represents your typical middle-aged single woman in the city, you know, is bullshit. She's not your typical middle-aged single woman. She never was. That's just how they promoted the show. You know, I'm so sick and tired of fucking women. Oh yeah, I'm just like you, Carrie. Well, if you're rich, Jewish, live in New York, fuck a lot of guys, you know, have no fucking kids, you know, then yeah, she probably is you, okay? But your average woman is none of those things, okay? Or at least not all of those things, okay? So no, all right? Yeah, and only fucking rich professionals fucking hit on them. No. All right, so yeah, so that's going on. Golden diamond stilettos, whatever. Okay, then we do another flashback, and she narrates when she first met Charlotte. And Charlotte, once again, it's fucking Kristen Davis this time, and she's walking with SJP. Okay, and this time Carrie Bradshaw looks like fucking Madonna from the fucking the Lucky Star video. She's wearing the same fucking outfit, same perm with the bow tie and the fucking, you know, yeah. Okay. It's Lucky Star from fucking Madonna video. Okay, and then Kristen Davis, okay, Charlotte, okay, she's basically dressed like a fucking like she's at the tennis club, complete with the fucking the sweater around her fucking shoulders, you know, the polo shirt, the tennis shorts, you know. It's just, yeah, come on. You know, and her hair in a ponytail. You know, I'm guessing Charlotte comes from a rich family. Okay, that's what I'm guessing. So no wonder she never needs to worry about money. It's because she comes from a very wealthy family. She seems very comfortable around money. Whereas your typical woman, if she came from fucking middle class or lower middle class, okay, and all of a sudden she got with a rich guy, she would be, not overwhelmed, but she would be stunned a little bit by the difference in lifestyle. Okay, the places you can go. I know that myself. You know, I come from what do you call it? Middle class roots, okay? But when I dated this woman who was exceedingly wealthy, oh my God, it opened my eyes to a whole new world, okay, of things that I never saw before. You know, traveling, you know, furniture, you know, places to live, all these different things, you know. So it'd be a little overwhelming if you were new to it. Charlotte's doesn't seem overwhelmed by wealth. It seems like it's just like, oh yeah, well of course he's wealthy. That's what I'm used to, you know? She seems very at ease with wealth. Now I know part of it has to do with she used to work at a gallery where mostly rich people come in there to buy, you know, expensive, overpriced artwork. I know because I went to art school, okay? So she seems very comfortable around people with wealth. Okay, so that would mean that she comes from a similar background. It means that she's wealthy herself. Okay, so I'm guessing this was the first friend. Carrie says she met her within a year of moving to New York. She met Charlotte. So I'm guessing Charlotte was the first rich friend that she met. Okay, because we know that Carrie was not born. I don't know where she was born, but she wasn't born in New York. Okay, so this is like her first rich friend that she met. Okay, I don't think Charlotte's ever hurt for money. Okay, I don't think she'd need to work even if she wasn't married to a rich fucking wealthy lawyer. I don't think she'd need to work anyway. I don't think she needed to work when she worked at the gallery. You know, but we'll see. That's just what I think about Charlotte. No wonder she's a fucking gold digger. You gotta have money, or else you can't go out with her. All right, so there's that. Yeah, like I said, she's wearing the Madonna outfit, okay, and the nipples. Charlotte's nipples are showing through the fucking polo shirt that she's wearing, okay. And they walk up to meet with Miranda. Yes, okay. Now Miranda obviously is middle-aged, fucking 50-year-old, 48-year-old Miranda was walking down the street, 46-year-old Miranda, and then all of a sudden, flashback it, you see Miranda, who's still 46, but she's dressed like it's the 1980s. Okay, this time she's got the fucking Kathy Dennis haircut going on. Okay, and you see her dropping all these papers on the floor. I mean, it's just fucking, yeah. Wasn't a good scene to do because it would have been cooler if they had done it as like you hired some actresses as teenagers to play them as teenagers. That would have been more believable. Okay, but you're basically getting these women who are in their late 40s, okay, to play themselves in their 20s, and it's just they're not pulling it off. They just look ridiculous. They do. Okay, sorry, this movie's not as good as the last movie. Okay, I'm gonna say that right ahead, straight up right now. This movie's not as good as the last one. The last one was a better movie. Okay, all the way, much better movie. Okay. So that's going on here, but we do get to see Miranda from the 80s, okay? Present day, the present is middle-aged girls, okay? You got Miranda's wearing gold, Carrie's wearing white, and Charlotte's wearing pink, okay? And they're standing in front of the Bergdorf Goodman, Okay, and they're waiting for Samantha. And then Samantha shows up, and then you see Samantha walking down in the slow motion, of course, like they all are. Okay, okay, and she and Carrie mentions that she met Samantha when she was bartending at CBGB's. Okay, now for those of you who don't know, and yes, there was a movie starring Alan Rickman. CBGB's was this underground. I forgot what it stands for, but I know something to do with country music. Okay, and some guy, he owned this fucking tavern that had live bands in New York, and he wanted to turn it into a country western bar. Okay, in New York, in Manhattan. Okay, like that was ever gonna work, right? Well, apparently, country western was the new music at the time. It was making a comeback. It had been big in the 50s, but now it was really coming back. It was gonna be the new fucking rock and roll, is what they thought. Okay, so he wanted to get ahead of the curve, and he opened up this country western place. Okay, but there was no country music. Okay, so he basically the people that came in and performed at this bar, this little dive bar, were playing punk. Disco, these were the people that are trying to get away from disco. Okay, so they would come there to play a different type of music, all right? They would play punk. Now, punk it actually started in America, for those of you who don't know. Punk was started basically by Iggy Pop, who was an American. It did not go well here. Like I said, everyone was into disco and sentimental rock and Captain and Tennille and shit like that. So Iggy Pop went to Europe. He went to England, okay, and brought his music over there, punk, and that became a big hit, okay? Inspired the Sex Pistols and Johnny Rotten and all those guys. So punk became really big over there. It influenced Sting, and all that kind of shit. Okay, so it became popular, and then that came back to America. But when it came back to America, it was underground. So basically, CBGB's was playing British music, okay, but it hadn't gone mainstream in America yet, okay? The second British invasion was about to come right around the corner, okay? So CBGB's they were leading the trail. They were the first ones that they premiered, like fucking Sting when he was with the Police. They premiered the Ramones, okay, Blondie, they were the ones that started all that. And then they became, once those musical acts got record contracts, then it became mainstream, and then disco died. Disco died. Which really pisses me off because disco is the greatest music ever made. So CBGB's was like the underground place where you got to hear this music that not a lot of people were listening to, but was about to go mainstream. Okay, well, Samantha apparently worked there. Okay, and by the way, just so you know, in case you saw the CBGB's movie, Alan Rickman played the guy. Country music did become really big, but it wasn't in New York. It was in Nashville, Tennessee. So he was right about what was going to happen with country music, just wrong location. He should have done it in Nashville. Okay, moving right along. All right, so so Samantha apparently worked there. We see Samantha, flashback of Samantha, and she's basically fucking Stevie Nicks / Lita Ford. Okay, she's dressed, she got the perm, the blonde perm with the bandana and the jean vest and the fucking just dumb. And Kim Cattrall is what, 52 here? 52 years old, dressed like that. It's just like, no, it's sad. Like I said, they should have gotten younger actresses just for these scenes, okay? Get some teenage girls that look like them, or some girls in the early 20s that look like them, and that would have worked a lot better, okay? But no, they actually used the actual 52-year-old actresses to play themselves, even for a few seconds when they were 22. And no, there's a big difference. Sorry, there's a big difference, all right? So that kind of took me out of it, all right? So they go into the Bergdorf, Goodman, okay? And they're there to register, the bridal registry is where they're going to, okay? Because it turns out that Stanford and Anthony are getting married. Yes, and Charlotte points that out to the woman at Bergdorf. She says, yes, her gay best friend is marrying my gay best friend. Ah! Yeah, so, yeah. Yes, this is 2010. At this time, I think it was in 2012. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was 2012 is when gay marriage became legal throughout the United States. But this is 2010, so I think there's only like 5 states that allow gay marriage. So they were definitely putting that in there, okay? So Stanford and Anthony are getting married. Now, if you remember in the last movie, in Sex and the City Part 1, remember for New Year's, they saw each other at a bar for New Year's, and they were the only 2 people that they really knew. So they kissed each other for New Year's, and you could kind of tell it's going to go somewhere. Well, it went here, Okay, now I know they didn't like each other. It's kind of funny as shit because remember when they first met, Charlotte tried to hook him up with Stanford. She told him that he asked her, "What does he look like? What does he look like?" She's like, "Ed Harris." He's like, "Okay, I can work with that." When he meets him, he's like, "You told me he looked like Ed Harris. More like Ed has no hair ass." He's like, "I can do better than him. Look at me. I got nice arms and a hot ass." Yeah, he was not attracted to Stanford at all. And ever since then, Stanford was mad at him. And then later on, Stanford got some good-looking boyfriend named Marcus, who was a fucking Broadway dancer slash male prostitute. I'm not making this shit up, okay? Okay, yeah, and so he wanted to make Anthony jealous by showing off his good-looking boyfriend to Anthony. So they didn't like each other. They really didn't like each other, but then they had that kiss in the last movie, so now they're in love. Okay, good for them. I'm glad that they had their happy ending. Unfortunately, it won't be very happy. Okay, but that's in the future. That's not yet. It's still 2010 here. Okay. Meanwhile, Big is in a tuxedo, like he's going to a wedding, not his own, and they're in Connecticut. Okay, they're at some I don't call it a bed and breakfast, but they're at some sort of inn. Okay, it's like a hotel, but it's shaped like a house, like a New England home, but it's like a bed and breakfast type thing, but a very ritzy one. I forgot the name of it. I think it's in Connecticut. All right, and he's in his tuxedo, looking sharp, and then Carrie comes out of the closet, and she's in a tuxedo too, just like his, only she's wearing heels. Yes, she's dressed like a fucking man. Okay, with her long hair. She looks like fucking what was that fucking thing with Julie Andrews did? Y'all, you gay guys out there know what I'm talking about. The one where she played a guy, just like, yeah, very Annie Lennox type. But yeah, just no, it's not working for me. It's not working for me. But anyway, she decides because it's a gay wedding. Okay, so she wants to look gay for a gay wedding, even though she's not gay. She wants to look gay for a gay wedding. I'm sorry, okay, but if I'm going to a gay wedding, I'm not gonna fucking wear a dress. All right. Well, she's the best man. That doesn't mean you have to fucking dress like a man, Carrie. Okay, it's fucking stupid, is what it is. It's fucking stupid. Okay. Now, for all of you who are about to yell at me, okay, I give you a straight man's point of view. That's what I give you here. That's what you signed for. That's what it says in the description. Straight man's point of view. I do not bullshit here. I will not censor myself. I'm gonna tell you, honest to God, what a straight man thinks about these situations, these women, and this fucking movie. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I do here. I tell you the truth. Okay, the real question is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Okay? Because if you're upset, then you can't handle it. Get out of here, you snowflake. You easily triggered SJW. Anyway, I'm telling you what a real guy thinks. Okay? So she's dressed like a man. And Big, apparently her husband has no problem with it. I'd have a problem with it. I would. Now, if I was married to Carrie Bradshaw and she told me, hey, I'm going to dress like a man for my gay friend's wedding, I'd be like, I'd rather you didn't. Hey, you don't tell me what to look like. No, because of how you're going to make me look. Okay? I don't want to come in there with my wife dressed like a fucking man, dressed just like me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to present myself that way. I don't want people to think our marriage is that way. Okay? And no, I'm not going to do it. So if you want to do that, you want to look like a man at the wedding, you can go. This is your friend, not mine. You can go. I ain't going. Unless you look like a fucking woman. All right, that's what I would say. Okay. But then again, yeah. They're not going to allow that in this movie. Okay, but anyway, so that's going on here. Okay, Big's like, it's my first gay wedding. Okay, and he tells her, hey, your fly is open. So I guess he's okay with it. And Carrie's like, well, I'm the best man. Okay, now we actually get to see the venue for this wedding. It's huge. It doesn't even look like a wedding. It looks like a set, like a movie set, which it really is. But it's supposed to look like it's taking place like at a hotel or a resort or something, some ritzy place like a Martha's Vineyard type location, in New England, where the rich people in New England live. Okay, so it's there. I mean, it's a black and white affair. Everyone's dressed in black and white. They've got a choir of singers, yes, that are all dressed in white tuxedos. It's crazy, and they're singing out loud. It's fucking gay as shit. It really is. It's a fucking gay wedding from fucking hell. All right. And Miranda says, all the girls show up. Everyone's there. And Miranda says, this is what it's like to look at the sun. But it is very palatial. It's very expensive. I mean, this wedding looks like it costs maybe $1 million. I mean, really, maybe more once you find out who's singing. Okay, but it looks like it costs at least $1 million. Okay, so someone had a lot of money here. Okay, it's palatial. Okay, it's complete with a chorus. Like I said, all these gay guys that are singing. Okay, they're all in white tuxedos and they're all wearing top hats. Okay, Carrie's like, okay, she tells Big, okay, it's a gay wedding. Yeah, no shit. All right, everyone is black and white. That's the color theme here. Everyone from the show is there. And I mean everyone, okay? Except for the baby Rock. New kid on the block. Don't want to be the fuck. Oh, no, Rock's not there. Rock, we don't see Rock yet. Rock is upstairs in one of the rooms with the nanny, who we haven't seen yet either, okay? But Lily's there, okay? Lily's there. Harry, Charlotte, Miranda, Steve, they're all there, okay? Okay, and they're all. I don't think Brady's there. No, Brady's not there. Okay, I guess he's with Magda. Okay, and then Samantha arrives late. Okay, and she's wearing a gold dress, and she brings her fucking dog with her. The horny dog that's always humping the fucking cushions. Yeah, she brings the fucking dog with her. Okay, and Samantha's like, oh, she's like, it's a gay wedding, because they ask her, why'd you bring the dog? It's a gay wedding. What's one more bitch with an attitude? And then, of course, Anthony arrives, and it's his fucking wedding, of course. And they've got doves, or they got swans. They actually have swans. There's there's like a little bridge area there, and there's like a little fake river, and there's swans swimming in the river. And Lily points them out, like, ah, mommy, look, they got swans. Yes, there's swans at this fucking wedding. Yeah, don't get more gay than that, man. Let me tell you, that's fucking as gay as they fucking come. All right, all we need is fucking Elton John to show up, right? And Freddie Mercury, the late great Freddie Mercury. All right, Anthony arrives, of course, and Anthony's like, "Can you believe this place? it's like the Snow Queen exploded." Well, yeah, it looks that way. Okay, Samantha's like, "You're not the wedding planner here? Hell no! I pulled out when Stanford mentioned swans." But it's our wedding, and we're both gonna get what we want. He gets to have swans, and I get to cheat. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god, man! Like, why would you say something like that? I mean, even if it's true, why would you say that? Not a very romantic wedding. Is that the first thing, And we're not talking about their weddings. We're supposed to be talking about yours. Okay, yeah. So that's the cat's out of the bag. He's like, Stanford gets the swans, and Anthony gets to cheat. It's gonna be one of those weddings, one of those marriages. Okay, great, good for you. All right, yeah, I can see AIDS in your future. Okay, if you don't already have it, but yeah, you can't reinfect yourself. You already got it, right? Okay. So he gets whatever he wants. Yeah, whatever. He gets to cheat. Okay. It's actually a very uncomfortable silence when he says that. Everyone's just like, and he's like, "Don't give me that face. Just because I'm married doesn't mean I have to change who I am." Okay. And then Samantha's like, "You're allowed to cheat because you're gay?" "No, it's because I'm Italian." Well, you said you were Sicilian before on the TV show. Now you're Italian. Those are two different countries, but okay, fine, whatever. All right. On the TV show, he said he was Sicilian. Okay. So Harry says, and he walks away. Harry's like, "Why get married if you're going to cheat?" And Char's like, "He didn't say he would. He said that he could." And Miranda is like, "Is that how you heard it?" And Carrie's like, "It's not our business." And Steve's like, "Except that he told us all." "Every couple has the right to make up their own rules." And Charlotte is like, "No, not really. It's called a marriage." Yeah. What is marriage today? Honestly, what is marriage today? It's not. If you don't like it, just get out. What the fuck? It's not a binding contract. You know, it just gives you rights. You know, if you don't like it, fuck it. It's called no fault divorce for a reason, right? You just get the fuck out. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. You know, so no, marriage isn't what it used to be. And honestly, it's not even worth it. You don't get as many benefits by being married, and you get a lot more liabilities, okay, by being married than you do by not being married. You know. So anyway, okay. So moving right along. Stanford. What do you call it? Carrie decides to go visit Stanford in the dressing room. Okay, he's got a little tent there with some privacy. So she follows, she tracks him down there, and she goes in there, and there he is, Stanford, in a white fucking tuxedo. And he's checking himself out, and he's all proud and happy for himself. You can tell that this is like the day he's been dreaming of his whole fucking life. You know, he's in the dressing room in white, and Carrie notes how beautiful he is. It's like, he's like. And Stanford's like, she's like, you're all white. You're all dressed in white. He's like, yes, like a virgin. And Carrie's like, touched for the very first. Yeah, I get the Madonna reference, all right? Yes. Obviously, you like Madonna. Okay, Carrie, I get it. Carrie's like, you have swans. When are swans ever too much? Because Stanford thought it might be too much. This whole wedding might be too much, you know? You dropped a bundle though, and he did. He's like, I've been saving for this day since I was 19. Okay, so apparently he's got a lot of money, and he blew all of it in this fucking wedding, this big palatial wedding. Because I've been to weddings, they don't look like this. Okay, this is a big fucking. This is like the fucking Kennedys getting married. Okay, this is like fucking Hillary Clinton's daughter getting married. That's the type of wedding this is. This isn't a fucking typical wedding. Okay. Okay, so but anyway, he's excited about it. He's like, I never thought that I would ever spend that money on my wedding like this. I thought I was going to end up with a Jewish girl, a fat, chubby Jewish girl. Okay, so apparently Stanford's Jewish. I did not know. Okay, but then everyone in this show is Jewish. And the ones that are not Jewish are actually Jewish in real life. They're just plain not Jewish. Okay, Carrie's like, Anthony is telling everybody that he's allowed to cheat. And Stanford says, I know. He hates the tradition, so he pushes against it. And Carrie's like, he's allowed to cheat? Is he really? Only in the 45 states where we're not legally married. Okay, so then Carrie decides to go to the what do you call it? The fucking thing that you put in your fucking shoulder there at the wedding. And hers is labeled with her name, Carrie Preston. And she takes a moment to realize that her last name is not Bradshaw anymore. It's Preston. Yeah, no shit, bitch. It's been Preston for 2 years now. All right. Stanford says that he'll keep his last name. Because she asks him, are you going to change your name? It's like, no, I'm going to keep my name. Why? Because we're guys. Oh my God! Yeah, I don't fucking know how that works. I've never been to a gay wedding. I don't know how that works. Okay. All right, so now we're all caught up. All right, I'm gonna stop this review right here. This is part 1 of Sex and the City part 2. Thank you for joining me again on this journey. Let's get through Sex and the City part 2, and I will see you very soon on the next one. Thank you.